Welcome, Wargamers, to another War Machine Battle Report. Good times here with Adam from GreenleafTerrain.com.
Yeah.
Or is GreenleafTerrain.com from you? Or you from there?
Same thing.
Okay.
I'm from everywhere.
We're playing with some of his new terrain. We're just going to use them as obstructions because they're kind of hard to play with War Machine trying to get inside, but still pretty cool looking. We're going to play Break the Line from the War Machine Prime Mark II rulebook, 35 points.
Yeah.
So let's get to it. Anything
to be beaten?
It's happened before. It theoretically could happen again.
Leading the Trollbloods today is P. Madrak with Janissa. And then we have little swamp gobbers, and so that's a big defensive ball there. We have a nice little cannon. A little slug cannon there. I'm excited to use that. And we have a bunch of whelps. We have Horthal, the Dragoon. He's pretty awesome. And then he will buff, of course, these long riders. Full unit of them. And then for Beast, we have 3 light war beasts with 2 impalers and an axer. And so that is 35 points of trolls. For Cygnar, we have Striker, Journeyman, a Squire, a light Lancer, a Defender, a Hunter, and an Ironclad. Lots of jacks here, but the Hunter will be Jack Marshal to these gun mages with UA. And there's the 35 points of Cygnar. So deployment, Cygnar went first, and so Hunter gets advanced deploy there. And no advanced deploy for trolls, but these 2 little markers, this was marked into 6 grids, I'm trying to show you there. And so at the end of my 3rd turn, if I own 2 of my own and 1 of my opponents, then I win. And then it goes on. So you only have to just do it once, you don't have to get more points than 1, it's just, you control it once, you win. And you have to be completely within a zone to either control or contest. And if there's a unit, the whole unit has to be in. It's one or the other. And so Cygnar going on, Lancer ran up, then Snipe on the Defender, Arcane Shield on the Ironclad, and then just everyone moving up. Nothing too special here. And then the Temps Gun Mages flying up the board as fast as they can, and then the Hunter moving up, just barely touching the forest. Had enough, and then using Snipe off the Gun Mages to shoot at that Impaler, manages to hit. And then using the Jack Marshal boost, manages to cause a big chunk of damage and takes out the mind of that Impaler. But he pops out a whelp. Journeyman then advances and forgets to cast Arcane Shield. But that's okay. Turn 1 trolls, he eats the whelp, and activating, he moves forward and using Snipe on himself, he boosts to hit against the Hunter. He needs an 11, and he gets it. Or no, I think he needed like a 14. It was pretty high. But anyways, he got it, hit him, and we're switching dice because those ones are hard to see. But he slams, he got a critical as well. And then lots and lots of damage as well. He can't roll below 10 with these dice. You'll be seeing that. And then the poor little gun mage also dies, getting slammed into, and the Hunter is knocked down, of course. Horthal moves up to the wall. Then casting Snipe on the cannon, the next Impaler walks up, and then that cannon shoots forward, and it is in range with 18 inches to that poor little Lancer. And so he has momentum, and so it slams D3, and he is a poor little knockdown Jack, and a whole column of damage done, so that's great. The Axer just moves up, does nothing, and then Madrak activates, casts Surefoot on himself, and then walks up, and then drops his remaining focus, and then Janissa walks up and walls. So a nice defensive formation there. Long Riders still have to go, so they walk up a nice little V formation. And if you've seen the Mighty Ducks, yep. But then he drops a smoke. Little putrid smoke of the swamp gobbers to help with their defense. Nice cautious advance. So turn 2 Cygnar, I upkeep my spells and grab 1 from Squire, an extra focus that is. And then I cast Arcane Shield on the Lancer, which I meant to do first turn. And then she advances right up in between those gun mages there. Lancer stands up and just advances 6 inches. The Ironclad just advances a little bit. Squire goes in behind the wall there, keeps it safe. Striker takes a little bit of a gamble and steps in behind the Ironclad and the wall. Hopefully the Ironclad doesn't get slammed at all. But then Arcs cast Earthquake through that. He misses, gets the reroll to the squire, but doesn't work, and it scatters a little bit. But 5-inch AoE, no damage, but anyone it hits automatically is just knocked down, unless you have kind of. And I really wanted to do it on Madrak's group, but with Surefoot making everyone immune to knockdown within 3 inches of him really ruined my day. So that's why I did it on the Long Riders instead. Defender walks up, boost a hit and boost damage, but really bad roll means that he doesn't even have to roll for tough. And the one with tough low there is still alive. I just stand up with the Hunter and boost a hit, but I miss again. A little below average shot there, only getting 6 on 3 dice. And the gun may just run up for down the forest. Madrak selects all the Fury. The cast snipe on the cannon to see if it can shoot, or no, it didn't cast snipe. It just shot at 14 inches, thought it was in range, just short. But then he boosts a hit with the Impaler against Ironclad. No slam, but a 10 on damage, rolled very nicely, and so even with Arcane Shield causes a bit of damage. Axer just moves up. Next Impaler, same thing, boosting, trying to slam into Striker, but again, no double, unfortunately. But boxcars on damage means even with my extremely high armor, he is able to chip away at my hitboxes. Janissa walks up and walls, surprise, surprise, and then finally, upkeeping Surefoot, he walks up, and with his 4 Fury, I believe he throws the hammer, cast something, or he tried to cast the Stranglehold, I think, but it didn't do any damage, unfortunately. Then the tough lows standing up, the 2 that stand up just kind of walk forward, the rest are trying to charge or run. And just getting up, engaging, doing what they can to get, so they don't receive the blunt of the charge, because they are pretty tough, they have a lot of hit points, but these are all big heavy jacks on this side of the board. So you don't want to outrange the other part of his army either. And then he puts little blob of goo to try to prevent any more shooting. So stick below, click below, link to, part 2. It's gonna be good.